What if I told you that the same forces raising the price of a new car can quietly drain your savings? What if I told you that the battles between countries can hit your grocery bill before you even notice? Trade wars aren't distant events. They shape the cost of living, the jobs available, and the growth of your investments. Tariffs are often sold as a quick fix for protecting local industries. In reality, they're more like hidden taxes. You pay them when the cost of imported goods goes up. The store doesn't call it a tariff, it just changes the price tag. When a country raises tariffs, other countries usually respond. This cycle can turn into an economic loop that drives prices up for everyone. It's like two neighbors blocking each other's driveways. Neither gets to work faster, and both end up late. The auto industry is a clear example. When steel and auto tariffs rise, car prices follow, factories slow production, jobs get cut on both sides of the border. Consumers pay more, companies make less, and economies lose momentum. In your personal finances, tariffs have a cousin. They're the hidden costs. You don't track bank fees, high interest loans, expensive subscriptions you forgot to cancel. These eat into your wealth the same way tariffs eat into trade profits. Spotting these silent costs is your first line of defense. Look at your spending for the last 3 months. Highlight anything that charges you just for using it. That's your personal tariff bill. If governments can get trapped paying their own tariffs, imagine what happens when you ignore the hidden fees in your own financial life. Canada's approach to recent trade tensions shows the value of strategy over noise. While others shout for quick retaliation, Canada chooses calculated moves that avoid harming its own citizens. Instead of matching tariffs on every product, Canada focuses on targeted actions. These actions strike where they cause real pressure on the opponent's economy. At the same time, they avoid raising the cost of essentials for Canadian households. This is the difference between playing chess and playing checkers. In chess, every move is part of a larger plan. In checkers, each move reacts to the last, with little thought for the future. You can apply this thinking to your own finances. When markets drop or news headlines create panic, it's tempting to react quickly. Selling investments out of fear or making large, unplanned purchases can be your version of a tariff-for-tariff fight. Instead, take the chess approach. Identify areas where a small, precise action will have the most impact. Cut spending on one category that doesn't affect your daily needs. Shift investments in a way that improves your long-term position without triggering unnecessary costs. One wrong move in a trade war can cost billions. One wrong move in your personal finances can cost years of growth. Strength in strategy comes from patience and precision. It comes from knowing that looking strong in the short term is not the same as being strong in the long term. Canada's partnership with Mexico is more than a political headline. It's a practical way to bypass costly barriers and keep trade flowing. By finding new shipping routes through Mexican ports and railways, both countries avoid unnecessary delays and extra charges. This move protects jobs, keeps prices lower, and maintains stability for exporters. It's not about waiting for the problem to disappear. It's about creating new paths so that trade doesn't stop when one route is blocked. You can take the same approach with your income. If your job is your only source of money, you're vulnerable. If that job is disrupted, your entire financial life can be thrown off course. Creating multiple income routes gives you flexibility. It can be a side business, rental income, online freelance work, or dividend-paying investments. Each route reduces the pressure on any single source to cover all your needs, just as Canada and Mexico are avoiding bottlenecks at the US border. You can avoid bottlenecks in your personal cash flow. When one source slows, the others keep your financial train moving. If a country can reroute billions in trade to avoid losses, you can reroute your personal income to avoid financial stress. Canada and Mexico are not only working together by sea, they are also connected by rail in a way that bypasses unnecessary interference. The new rail system acts as a direct land bridge between the two countries. It moves goods through U.S. territory without those goods ever entering the U.S. market. This means the cargo is sealed, tracked, and untaxed by the tariffs that would normally apply. It's a way to use available space without paying extra for access. It's efficient, legal, and built to avoid wasted time and money. In personal finance, this is like finding ways to invest or move your money without paying high fees to middlemen, using low-cost index funds instead of high-fee managed accounts, paying off a mortgage early to avoid years of interest, transferring savings directly into high-yield accounts instead of letting them sit in low-return checking accounts. Every dollar saved from unnecessary fees is a dollar that can be reinvested. Over time, avoiding these hidden costs can mean thousands more in your portfolio. Just as bonded freight moves through without being taxed, Your money can grow faster when it isn't slowed by avoidable expenses. Every fee you remove is like removing a toll on your financial journey. It speeds up your progress and lets more of your money reach its destination. Political drama can dominate headlines and distract from long-term priorities. Elections, scandals, and media battles can pull attention away from the steady work of building a strong economy. Markets don't move on noise alone, but constant uncertainty can cause hesitation in business and investment decisions. This is why stable leadership and consistent planning matter. When leaders focus on fundamentals instead of chasing the news cycle, economies grow more predictably. The same applies to your financial life. Chasing quick wins, following rumors, or reacting to every market dip can weaken your results over time. Strong portfolios are built on consistent habits. Regular investing, diversification, reinvesting earnings, avoiding unnecessary debt. Distractions can make you feel like you need to act immediately. In reality, waiting and sticking to your plan is often the smartest move. The headlines change daily. Your long-term goals should stay the same. The noise makes headlines. The fundamentals build wealth. Canada is building new trade routes that reduce dependence on any single partner. The development of an Arctic shipping hub in Churchill, Manitoba, opens a direct gateway to Europe and Asia, creates more options and less reliance on U.S. ports for access to global markets. This approach protects against economic pressure from one country. If one route is blocked or restricted, others remain open. It's a safety net built on planning years in advance in personal finance. This is like diversifying your investments across different asset classes and regions. Relying on one stock, one industry, or one income source makes you vulnerable. A diversified portfolio can continue to grow, even if one part struggles. Canada's trade diversification is a form of economic insurance. You can create the same security by building your own financial insurance, an emergency fund that covers several months of expenses, income streams from multiple sources, investments spread across various sectors and countries. Every new trade route Canada develops is like adding another stream of income to your life. The less you depend on one source, the more control you have over your future. Everyday choices made by individuals can shape the strength of an economy. When people buy locally produced goods, more money stays within their community. This supports local jobs, strengthens small businesses, and keeps industries competitive. Labels can be misleading. Some products appear to be made in your country but are actually produced elsewhere. Knowing where your money goes is essential for making informed decisions. In personal finance, this is about being intentional with spending, choosing products or services that align with your values and support your financial goals. Avoiding companies or investments that work against your interests. Every dollar you spend is a vote for the kind of economy you want. If you want stronger local industries, direct more of your spending toward them. If you want to reduce dependence on unstable suppliers, choose alternatives that are closer to home. Supporting what matters to you builds resilience. It creates a cycle where your spending strengthens the systems that also benefit you. You can create a personal plan that is resistant to financial shocks. Start by identifying the hidden costs in your life. Bank charges, high-interest debt, subscriptions you no longer use. Next, build alternative routes for income. Freelance work, rental property, online sales. Dividend-paying stocks. Keep a financial buffer in the form of an emergency fund. Aim for at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This protects you from relying on credit when income slows. Diversify your investments across different sectors and regions. This reduces the risk of one event wiping out your gains. Build a network of partners and resources. These can be business contacts, investment groups, or local community networks. Connections can provide opportunities and support when conditions change. The strongest financial plan is one that can continue even if its largest source of income disappears. Every extra stream of income is another layer of protection for your future. If you found value in this video, like it so more people can see it. Subscribe to The Passive Path for more strategies to build and protect your wealth. Comment below with the steps you're taking to make your finances stronger. Share this video with someone you care about so they can take action too. I wish you the best on your financial journey. Feel free to explore other videos on The Passive Path for more practical advice you can use right now. See you in the next video.